Sometimes life puts us through things that change us forever, moments we call traumatic, painful situations that force us to create shields, layers of protection, ways to cope so we can keep moving forward. At the time, those layers feel necessary. They help us survive. But later, I started to realize they were also standing in the way, blocking me from what I truly wanted: peace, love, ease, even abundance. I've come to see that most of these patterns took root early, long before I had the awareness or strength to question them, and no matter how badly I wanted to break free, I couldn't force it. I had to be ready. Sometimes the body just isn't ready to open up old emotions. Sometimes the mind protects us by hiding away things it believes would be too much. And maybe that's okay, because I've also learned that when the desire for change becomes big enough, something shifts. So we begin to look inward. I've learned that the deeper the wound, the more patience and compassion it asks from us. Everyone's threshold is different, really. Some pain goes quiet for years, then suddenly it stirs, whispering that it's finally time. And, well, that's where forgiveness became real for me. Not the kind of forgiveness you say out loud, but still deep down carry resentment in your heart. I'm talking about the slow, honest kind. The kind that happens when you've cried it out, faced the pain, and finally see the story with new eyes. I started to remember things I had locked away, faces, words, situations I had pushed to the back of my mind. And yes, some of those faces belonged to the people closest to me, the ones I trusted the most. At first it made me angry, really angry. But eventually I felt something else, clarity. And underneath that, release. And I began to understand that those people, those painful experiences, were all playing roles, and in some strange way, they were helping shape me. And the strength I have now, and the boundaries I've learned to build, and the depth I feel, I wouldn't have any of that without the storms. So maybe it's true, everything does happen for a reason, or at the very least we can choose to find reason in everything. I realized forgiveness wasn't really about them, it was about me. It was about letting go of the weight that was dragging me, because while I was hurting, they had moved on, and I was the one still holding the story. When I could finally wish them peace, not because they earned it, but because I deserved it, that's when something really shifted. That's when I got a glimpse of who I truly am underneath it all. So if you're on the edge of your own healing, if you're peeling back those layers, know this, there's nothing wrong with you for taking your time. But don't forget that what didn't break you might just be building the version of you you've been waiting for.